So as a humanity, we're being called to take a good, hard, sober look at our beliefs. And most of the time, our beliefs, they're not even ours. They've been inherited. They've been passed down. They've been passed down from our parents, right? And our parents, they got passed down from their parents, and so on and so on and so on. These beliefs get inherited within us. We don't really question them. Now, belief can be an opinion. A belief can be a judgment. A belief can be an assumption. But they pass as absolute truth. So what is a belief? It's a thought form. That's all a belief is. It's a thought form. But it's a thought form on steroids because we give it so much power. So any belief that creates separation from you and someone else, and by someone else I mean anyone in the world, right? That's a lie. So any belief system that creates separation in the world is a lie. It's not in truth. So for example, look at the Syria refugee crisis. And look at all the excuses the countries are using not to welcome these refugees in. They're going to take our jobs. There's going to be more crime. It will turn into a Muslim state. They'll completely take over. This is a belief system. And is it rooted in truth? No. This is an opinion. It's someone else's opinion of what's going to happen. And what's the root? Like, take it down even to its root, right? It's fear. It's fear of people that are different than us. That's what's driving these belief systems, right? Humans can be so logical and they can be so rational, right, in their arguments. But if you look past the facade, uncover the facade, there's the fear that's driving this. The fear that these people are different than me and I'm afraid. That's what the root of it is. I'm afraid because they look different than me. I'm afraid because they smell different than me. They eat different foods. I'm afraid of them because they speak a different language than me. I'm afraid of them because they worship God in a different way than me. This is all war is. War is like one belief system fighting another belief system. So let's bring this down to the individual, because you know that's what I'm all about. The power of the individual to create change in the world. So you and your own belief systems, your belief systems change over time. When you were a child, you probably believed in the tooth fairy. You believed in Santa Claus. That was your belief system. That was true for you at that time. And it changed. And why did it change? Because it wasn't in truth. It wasn't in the frequency of truth. So that's the number one thing is you need to remember that your belief systems will change over time. So as we come closer and closer into the Aquarian Age, those belief systems that you hold so dear, that you cling to, they're going to start to dissolve. And this is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Because these belief systems that are not rooted in truth, that are not serving your soul's highest evolution, they need to go. And they're not real. Anything that's not real is dissolving. Anything that's not in truth is dissolving. And it will become very scary for the mind, because the mind needs something to cling on to for a false sense of security. So that could be an attachment to a belief system. So this can create a lot of confusion for you. I don't know what to believe. This can create depression in people. This can create disillusionment in people. Belief system can distort your view of reality. Most people on the planet do not see reality as it is, because we experience the world through our own mind, right? So if you have a belief system, your world will be filtered through this belief system, which distorts your view of reality. So if you have a belief system that tells you the world is harsh, that I need to compete to get a job, I need to compete for recognition, I need to compete for a place to live, that is how you will see the world and have seen the world. And now this belief system that's not rooted in truth, because we're not separate, will start to dissolve. And this can be very painful in how the ego navigates through the world then. You're going to have to find new ways of navigating the world, because the universe will be taking that belief system away and pressuring you to cooperate, pressuring you to trust in the universe, in a natural intelligence that is guiding you and supporting you and letting go. So the suffering is the letting go of that old belief system. That's where the suffering comes in, and the ego is going to fight tooth and nail to keep it. So how do you know if a belief system is here to stay for you? It's rooted in your direct experience. It's rooted in your direct experience. And look at religion. Religion is completely founded upon beliefs. It's believing in someone else's experience of the divine, and then taking that in as your truth. I had an interesting thing happen with a Christian that I know, and he was trying to convert me, and bad idea on his part. But I enjoy talking. I enjoy talking about God with all kinds of people. So he goes to tell me that the Bible says and God says these people are wrong and they're going to eternal damnation, and these people are right and righteous and they're going to heaven. And then he went on to tell me that he has his master's in theology, like that's to give him credibility. And I looked at him and I said, you know what, I'm not interested in anything that you've read in a book, even the Bible. I'm only interested in your direct experience of the divine, your direct experience of God, because that's the only thing that's real, right? That's all. I'm only interested in listening to truth. You know, you can't argue someone else's experience. If you speak from, this is my experience, nobody can argue with that. It's like if you stub your toe and you're in pain, ow, ow, my toe hurts, and someone comes along and says, you're not in pain, right? You're a big liar. You didn't stub your toe. And it's like, no, I did. I am in pain. I can feel the pain. This is my experience, right? That person can't argue that away. So this is what we need to get to with our belief systems. They have to be rooted in our own direct experience, and that's what makes them true. So truth is simple. Truth is uncomplicated, right? As soon as it gets complicated, that's the intellect. It's like putting a little bit of vinegar in milk, right? It just completely ruins the milk. That's the intellect, that's the ego, makes everything so complicated. So you recognize the truth when you hear it. You know, there's all these articles on the internet about how can I tell if my lover is lying to me or somebody else is lying to me, and his eyes are shifty, he can't look me in the eye, and he talks fast, and he's fidgety, right? Do you think a good liar hasn't read those same articles? Right? Throw all that away. You've got your own innate lie detector inside you. When you're rooted in your authentic self, you will know. Because people can lie with their words, but their energy can't lie. You will just know. You'll just have a knowingness. There's something off about this. And I don't know, I don't have a reason why, but it just feels off to me. That's all you need to know. This person isn't in truth. So truth is not about the words that you speak. Truth is a recognition. You know, I don't even like to call myself a teacher sometimes, because I'm not teaching people anything. I don't feel that I'm teaching anybody anything new that they don't know already. What I'm doing is reminding you of these things that you know already. You examine your beliefs. Now we've got a couple years to do this. Can you examine your own beliefs and see and discover, is this really rooted in truth for me? And this may prevent a lot of chaos in your life to show you that it's not in truth, right? Only then can you match your beliefs with your direct experience. Then you can speak from that place of truth. So when you do discover the truth inside you, don't go out on your soapbox and try to shove it down everybody's throat if it's different than you, right? Everybody is at different levels in their spiritual journey. So what's true for somebody today may not be true for somebody in a couple months. This is how fast things are changing. So trust in time. This is what I tell myself all the time. Trust in time, because time is taking care of all of this, right? You don't have to run out and do anything and get all panicky. The world, I have to do something to change the world. The world is changing on its own, right? This energy of truth is flooding into this planet and will start to dissolve all these belief systems that aren't true. So place your trust in time. So please share this video with someone in your life that could benefit from this message. Also sign up to my newsletter. And this is a place where I share more information, but it's only exclusive to the newsletter subscribers. And it comes out twice a month, right? And it's relevant information. So it comes out twice a month on the new moon and the full moon for right now. So here's a Kundalini Yoga meditation to bring you in truth. So it aligns you with truth, because the universe is made of truth. And Yogi Bhajan used to teach this to the students when he first came to the West in the late 60s and 70s. And it's chanting long Satnam. And Satnam means truth is my identity. So it's a bit different than Namaste, right? Namaste is I recognize the light in you. It's also in me. Satnam is I'm asserting that everything that comes out of my mouth is true and I am true. Okay, Satnam.